Hello, everyone. We're just going to wait until some people start coming on. We'll give you a couple of minutes. Welcome to our Facebook Live. We are going to talk about our 3-step process that we have developed over the last 7 years. So I've got some very special guests here today to actually tell us about those 3 steps. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. I know that there are some people going to come on, but we might just kick it off. We'll just give it another minute, and then we're just going to kick it off. And as I see people coming in, I will just give you the heads up as to what you need to do to ask questions. Okay? So just give it another minute, and then we will kick it off. Just going to check, make sure everything is live on our Facebook page. It looks all good. Looks all good. Wonderful. Okay, so let's just kick it off. And where people can watch the replay. So if you are watching the replay, everyone that comes on later, please hashtag replay in the comments. And if you do comment, then we will get back to you to answer those questions if you've come in after the live has finished. Okay. So today, like I said, we are going to talk about our 3-step process that you will go through when you join one of our job ready programs. And we've got special guests here today that are going to help us to understand what those 3 steps are. So first off, we've got from Industry Connect, our general manager, Juanita Stradum. Hi, Juanita.
Hey, Carla. Thank you so much.
Awesome to have you here. And Juanita will be talking about step 1 in the process. Now, we also have Justin Pham, who is the CTO of MVP Studio. He's going to be chatting about step 2. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Carla. Hi, everyone. That's well, thanks for inviting me here. That's really great to have a chat with everybody.
Awesome.
Thanks, Carla.
Thanks, Justin. Thank you. And we also have Lou Angeles. Now, he is with GTIO, and he is going to talk about step 3 in the process. Welcome, Lou. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, Carla. Thanks for having me here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lou. So let's just get right into it, because I know there's a lot of people that would love to understand what is this 3-step process you keep on talking about. So just to kick it off, like I said, Juanita's going to talk about step 1. So Juanita, just give us a brief kind of overview of who Industry Connect is.
So Industry Connect started off in 2013, and one of the most innovative countries in the world, New Zealand. Our process has been proven. So currently we're in Australia, we're in Singapore, Hong Kong, we're in UK, Dublin, and as well as in Canada. And we're working currently on expanding further.
Wonderful. So just tell us as well, Juanita, what programs do you have and what's the length of them?
So we've got 3 programs, job ready programs. We've got software development, we've got test analysts, and we've got business intelligence data analysts. So all 3 of our programs runs for 6 weeks via Zoom live meetings.
Okay, so they run via Zoom live meetings. So everyone joins in on the Zoom session with their tutor, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. So all our sessions is live on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday via Zoom. So it is, although it's live, it's very interactive. You can actually ask questions. You can see your fellow participants, ask the tutor questions. If you're not available to attend our session live, all our sessions will be recorded as well. So afterwards, you can actually go and review all our sessions. Now, when it comes to communicating with a tutor, people might ask, but I haven't attended the session live. How do I ask questions? How do I communicate with everybody? We do have a communication channel. We call it our Slack channel. So you can ask questions there. We've also got, some like a question hub where you can go and ask questions. So there's always a way of communicating.
Yes, and on that Slack channel, they get to interact also with the tutor and other participants.
Yes, that's right. Yep, they can ask questions there. That's right, Carla.
Fantastic. So that's good that it's recorded, because I know that there are people that have that work different hours. Everyone's got different jobs going on, and you can't make the sessions. So that's amazing. It's really good that the recorded session is there for them to review. And I understand that it's there to review for 3 months. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so it's available on our mobile and our web portal. They can go and watch the recordings there for 3 months after the actual intake started.
Awesome, fantastic. So, Nita, I know there's a lot of people that would want to know what answers to this question. So, how much do the programs cost?
Good question. We do have a lot of people asking that question. So our fees are definitely more affordable than the normal boot camps out there. Okay. But what makes us different is our program is a continuous incubation process. So we will continue to support you all the way through until you reach your career goal and by getting a job in the IT market. We also have different packages available. So, Carla, what I would recommend is for people to go onto our website if they haven't done so as yet. Go and register yourself. You will get an information pack with what we've just discussed, our 3 different programs, well, also what each program entails, what we're going to cover, as well as our fee structure. One of our team members will definitely be in touch within 48 hours and just answer all those questions. But we do have special packages available as well to make it affordable for people to join our program. We don't want people stop reaching their goal due to finances. So we're there to help them and support them. Right.
So that's awesome, because there's people in different different kind of financial situations. So just talk to the team and they'll be able to help them along the way.
Yes, that's right.
Fantastic. Okay. So what happens after the 6 weeks Job Ready program?
So Industry Connect have partnered with MVP Studio, with Justin and his team, and they run a fully mentored internship where all our participants will move over to step 2. So Justin will be able to give you some more detail about step 2, the internship with them.
Oh, fantastic. And so in saying that, everyone, let's just go over to Justin. Justin, welcome.
Thanks, Carla. Thanks, Anita.
Thanks for your time to just come and explain step 2 to us, the fully mentored, learning enhanced remote internship. I know that's a mouthful, but I know that you call it that because of what you actually do in it. So, Justin, just to start off, let's start it off in the beginning. Who is MVP Studio?
Yes, sure. Well, I think, the first of all, thanks for inviting me here, to share to everybody. I've received a number of questions related into MVP Studio process and stuff like that. So, first of all, MVP Studio, we are the startup incubator. All right. So for those that who don't know what is startup incubator, so we're actually incubating the idea to become the multi-million dollars business, and we have successfully launched the number of businesses into the market. So apart from building the products and launch the product into the market, so we're also building like a non-profit applications or the development for organizations and stuff like that. I think the last things that we also offer is we offer the the managed structure internship. So in order to giving back into the communities and building the great IT industry. So in a nutshell is that we are doing. So we're doing both in the startup and business as well as in the talent incubation process.
Wow. Yes. Full on, Justin.
Thanks, Carla.
Awesome. So where are you based?
So our offices, is in around, six different country. That's where our customer base. But our head office is currently located in Auckland, New Zealand. All right. So yeah, so we've got offices in Australia, in Melbourne. We got offices in Toronto, as well as in some other country as well, like Ireland and UK and Singapore. Yeah, so we are the global
You're
company,
global.
like any sub companies in the world. So we just we everywhere. Yeah,
Yes.
wherever our customer base. Yeah.
That's amazing, amazing. Just sorry to butt in here, but I see some people are coming on to our live. So I just wanted to tell everyone that's coming on, you just come on now, that we are using StreamYard. So in the comments, just go through the comments. There's a link in there to StreamYard. If you'd like to ask some questions that we can answer live, you need to actually click on that StreamYard link and give StreamYard permission to see your comment. Then I'll see it come up and I'll be able to ask that question. Okay, wonderful. So back to Justin. Thanks so much, Justin. So tell us, how does the internship work?
Okay. Yeah, sure. By offering the managed or structure, internships, we need to make sure that, when the interns, they come into MVP studios, they have, they have the opportunity to work into every single aspect of the role. But of course, there's the process and the steps for people to go through to ensure that before they work into the advanced or really serious projects, they need to get fully trained, as well as they need to go through something we call like an onboarding process. I guess like every single global sub company in the world. So before they get the new members into the team, they need to go through the like the onboarding process, and that's exactly the same process. We bring that into our interns. So that's is when they start the internship with MVP Studio, we will ensure that they have, works into every single aspect of the role. Like, for example, if they're a software developer, they're going to work all the way from, setting up the database, working on the backends, building up, APIs, and, working on the front ends. So it's actually, we're trying to train the full stack, people. So it's actually, that's the same thing will apply for desk analysts as well as for the BI developer, and then, for any other role as well.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic. So tell us, what would a normal week look like for an intern?
Yes. Well, as I mentioned before, in order to fully train or to fully we call it fully trained intern to become someone is really employable. There's a lot of full on week that's happening as MVP Studio. So from our team, we put our dedicated time to support the interns in terms of like the technical support, as well as they get the chance to have, to meet our core team members, as well as all the senior members of the team across different locations. So and apart from the technical aspect, so they also get trained with the soft skills as well as with the environment and the culture, that how the culture works on the different in different country. So that's the thing, is it's not only on the technical aspect, because when I hire people, the things that I'm looking for is more on like the attitude about how they fit into my team, as well as and then the technical skills is going to be after. All right. So that's to get fully trained in all the different aspects. That's what I mentioned before, all the different aspects of being the great professional working in the IT industry. Yeah. So because all the way from communication, we have a lot of sessions that for intern to immerse themselves into the environments. Like they get trained with the communication skills, they have the opportunity to speak in front of people. They do like public speakings, or they get trained with English, right? Or employability sessions. So there's a lot of things that not only from MVP Studio, but we advise our associates or all the partners in the network to come in and to help all the interns to ensure that they become the great, we call that the IT professional in the market.
Yeah, that is so good, because you kind of like, you grow each person holistically, not just technically, so that they are they kind of like go out as a full package into the marketplace as they are applying for positions. That's awesome, fantastic. So how many hours would someone have to commit to the internship?
I think in terms of the hours, from MVP Studio, we designed a structure that is quite flexible for people, because we believe that everyone's gonna have their own learning pace. All right, so if someone is spend 40 hours, into the projects, and another person they spend the same 40 hours, but the knowledge and the time, the things that they immerse into themselves is totally different. All right. But I mean, minimums that we ask people to put in is at least about 15 or 20 hours a week. It doesn't matter that it's during business hours or it's after hours, as long as they can commit themselves to work on tasks, work on projects, attend the meetings. If they can't attend the meeting live, we got the platforms that allow people to watch the recording of the meetings whenever they got time, so they will ensure that they have the full information, and that's the hours that we suggest people to put in. But of course, again, the more hours people put in, I think the faster they will get out. All right, and that's what I find from speaking from the past.
And that's logical. The more hours you're able to commit to something, whatever it is, the more you're going to be able to move quicker through it and get to that end result, or that end goal. So do the interns work on live projects, Justin?
Yeah, so most of all of our projects from MVP Studio is the commercial scale project. We work with the clients, we adopt all of the enterprise architecture. It's not like the hobby projects or the capstone project for people to work on. They get the chance to work on the more really the scalable architecture. Is completely different with the with the simple sort of like architecture application. So when they go through the process that I mentioned to you, like we call it an onboarding process, when it's reached into the certain level, they will get opportunity to work in our core projects that's currently serving the customer, as well as but yeah, before they get into that point, they need to go through again the fully trained process to be able to do so.
Fantastic. So they do in the end get to work on those live projects. It's fantastic. Yes. So tell us, does MVP Studio become like a reference, a referee for an intern when they're going for a job?
Yeah, well, we're more than happy to give the feedback of the interns' performance, as well as how they work during the time that they with MVP Studio. We also got the process that the people they can obtains the reference letter, so that they can use that as their all the activities or the record of their performance with MVP Studio. And of course, if there's any chance that the people they need the verbal reference, our team from senior members or anyone from MVP Studio, they're more than happy to support intern in that matter.
For a verbal reference.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing, because you're being a global company. That's so great. I know there's a few people that they'll be asking, do you give the interns a job?
Yeah, I mean, one of the best things that we felt while partnering with Industry Connect is we have the early access into the talent pool. That's we know the intern very well, and of course when the projects they rolls and we get the opportunity, the interns or the great talent, in our incubation process is the first one that we pick. We give them the opportunity and we interviews. Of course, it needs to be the same process as out there, but I think it's that's some things that down the track. But we don't recommend the intern to use that as the goal, because when they fully train, they become really employable. There are heaps of opportunity out there, and at the same time, we partnering with the global talent or the GTIO. That is, they have access into the talent pools, and they have very wide network of employers, and that is the goal. I believe that's the goal for the intern to looking for. But to answer your questions, yes, speaking from the past, some of we offer some of the contract opportunity for the great interns that they as the values, and at the points that they go into looking for job, and we offer them the opportunity. Yeah. But yeah, again, it's not the goal that
it's not the goal.
we suggest people to set it up. Yeah, because I mean, when they get into the points that thousands or thousands of opportunity out there that they they offer to them.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Justin. And that's a good point.
You're welcome.
We're going to now go over to Lou. Thank you so much. And everyone, Lou is from GTIO. Thanks, Lou, for joining us today.
Thanks, Carla. It's so nice to be here with
Awesome,
you
fantastic.
today.
So tell us, people will be asking, who is GTIO? Tell us who GTIO is.
Okay. So GTIO, or Global Talent.io. So we're an organization, and we have a global network of employers, where we can recommend our talents, our high achiever talents, from MVP Studio. So we are basically acting like a bridge between the internship to the to the employers, for to the clients. Okay, so that's basically the main thing that we do.
So how does an intern become part of GTIO or their database? How do they get to that point?
Okay, so Justin's team would kind of recommend who are the high achievers from the incubation, and they're the ones who become part of our database of talents. So these talents are what we call employable. So meaning they're ready to be employed, and they're ready to be referred to our network of employers globally. Not only in Australia and New Zealand, but in Singapore, and at some point in UK, Ireland.
Okay, so
and
how do
Canada.
you work with someone on your database? Do you say employer ABC has a position to apply for and get them to apply? How do you work with them?
So we are constantly taking a look at the job openings of our network of employers. And as Juanita earlier mentioned, we have the three main skills. So we have the software development, the testing, and business intelligence. So we're focusing on those three skill sets, and we are trying to find jobs that would match those skills. And we have our CRM wherein we put up those jobs so that our talents in our database could see them, and they could apply for the opening. And then once they apply to the openings, we do our best to connect them with our network of employers who would have those jobs.
And you
listed.
being global, obviously you'd have people from like Australia, you have people with Singapore and Hong Kong and everything like that. You would say introduce someone to a position within their country, or would you do something outside the country, or how would you do that?
Yep. So ideally, it should be a company from within the country of the intern. Especially in this period right now where travel restriction is everywhere. So we want to make sure that we have a diverse job openings and diverse employers or clients, so that we could cater to our interns all over the world. Yeah. So ideally, that should come from their home country.
Wow. That's amazing what you guys are doing for step 3, everyone. That's step 3 in our 3-step process. So just to recap everything. So number 1 was undertaking a job ready program with Industry Connect, and that's for 6 weeks. Okay. After that 6 weeks, you then move over into the Learning Enhanced Remote Internship with MVP Studio. It's an incubation process, and you are growing in lots of different ways, soft skills, as well as technical kind of skills to kind of like holistically grow you for the marketplace. And then step 3, you could have the opportunity to be part of GTIO, who is a recruitment alliance, and they have a database in different countries of employers that they work with. Okay, so I hope that kind of like gave a broad overview of everything, so you have a more clear understanding of what our 3-step process is and what you would be going through when you join one of our job ready programs. So I just want to say there's no questions, anyone. I just wanted to just give you a couple of seconds. Is there any questions out there from everyone that is watching? If not, what we will do, we'll keep an eye on the comments, okay? And if you are watching the replay of this live, do hashtag replay in the comments. And if you've got questions, or if you'd like to talk to one of the team at Industry Connect, then comment below this live, and one of the team will get back to you and connect with you, okay? So thank you so much, Juanita, for joining us.
Thanks, Carla. Thanks, everybody that's online. It's really, I'm looking forward to connecting with you all. So as Carla said, if you've got questions, just go and or ask now, or just hashtag and ask the questions later, or go to our website, register your interest, and one of our team members will reach out to you and contact you within 48 hours.
What I'll do, everyone, is I will put our website link in the top of this live, so you've got it, so you can just go through there, and then one of the team, like Juanita said, will be in touch with you. And thank you so much, Justin from MVP Studio. Thank you for sharing that step 2 in our 3-step process of the Learning Enhanced Remote Internship with MVP Studio.
Awesome, thanks, Carla. Yeah, I mean, as I say, I'm more than happy to share, you know, a lot of information and insights about, you know, how the people can get into the tech industry. So yeah, so at some points I will joining the info advice interview sessions with Industry Connect to, you know, to help them to give some more information. If anyone's in you guys, you know, interested to learn more about the tech career, or you know, have any questions about how to get started in IT, so yeah, just join the info advice interview sessions. I will be there, or you know, some of the MVP studio members will be, you know, will be there as well to help you to answer those kind of questions. All right, so I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Thanks, Carla, again for inviting me here.
Awesome, thanks so much, Justin. And just on that point, everyone, when you register, like Juanita said, one of the team will be in touch with you, and your next step after that is to join our advice and interview meeting. Like Justin said, he will be part of that as well as the Industry Connect team and a few other members of the MVP Studio team. Okay, so, and thank you so much, Lou, for joining us and explaining exactly what GTIO does.
Thanks, Carla. I'm so happy to be here today, and happy to be part of the solution to, you know, connecting the right talents to the right opportunities, especially at this time of global difficulty. So yeah, we're glad to in GTIO, we're glad to be part of this journey.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Lou. So thanks everyone that have joined us live, and thank you to you those out there that are going to watch the replay. Okay, our next intake is 7th of September. So like Juanita said, click on the link that I'm going to put in the top of this post that joins into our website, and then register your interest for the program that you're interested in, and one of the team will be in touch. Okay, everyone, thanks so much. We'll see you again soon.